Hi, hello, welcome back. My name is Elmo and today I'm doing the Booktube Bio Tag. I was tagged in this by Kat, thank you Kat, the ginger bibliophile, which I will link down below. It's been a while, hasn't it? Hasn't it just? Kind of makes sense to maybe rehash some things. So let's do that. So first question is, who are you? Tell us about yourself as much as you're comfortable with. As I said, I'm Elmo. I'm a writer, an editor, photographer, booktuber apparently. I've been learning to draw recently, which has been very fun. I'm a big fan of improv, but I've never tried it, but I do think it would be fun to maybe do that eventually. I'm also a reader, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I have a degree in writing because I wanted to. I wanted to study it. Some more things about me. I love D&D. I'm currently running as a GM my second kind of ongoing campaign. It's the longest ongoing campaign I've ever run for, and my players are really good. I'm very fortunate to have players who are so invested in things. They're not just there to roll dice and kill stuff. They're actually invested in the characters they're playing and in the story that we're telling together, which I really appreciate. It's a very fun time and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm able to flex my improv muscles a bit because I don't do any planning. Question 2. How long have you been on Booktube? A year and a half, roughly. I joined Booktube December 2023. So like right at the start of 2024 is when I started doing Booktube stuff. So nearly 2 years. I only really got properly back into reading last year because I did so many literature subjects and literature related subjects that the joy of reading kind of died with the study of it, which can happen. However, in the past couple years, it has been my goal to enjoy it again. I enjoyed reading when I was younger. I would tear through books. Recently, I've started doing that again with a couple things, which I'm very pleased about. But as you can see, I have a lot more to read, and it's just so exciting to be changed by things. And I think reading is one of the easiest ways that you can change your thinking and perceptions and your life. Isn't that a cheesy answer? But yeah, I've been here for 2 years. Question 3. What kind of books do you love to read? Has Booktube had an effect on what you read? I love dystopias so very much. I only realised recently that one of the series I read when I was younger, I devoured over one summer, is the dystopia series, the Gone series by Michael Grant. And there are 3 other books by him that are somewhat related to that I haven't read yet. So that'll be really fun to get into at some point. But the book that got me back into reading, that got me enjoying it again, was Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. It is my favourite book, though that is a questioned position now because it's being contended by Station 11, which I read last year. But that's also a dystopia, so what can you do? I do love a dystopia. I love one where technology fails and you have to return to more analog methods of survival, my favourite thing. And has Booktube had an effect on what I read? I've definitely read more non-fiction because of Booktube, I think. I've started to pick up more like biographies and stuff, and bigger books has definitely been a Booktube influence. There's like a couple individual things that have been recommended by other Booktubers to read, but in like a general sense, not really. Question 4. What do you enjoy about making Booktube videos? All of it. I love filming them. I love editing them. I really love editing them. I've been doing YouTube stuff for a long time. I love the process of editing. I love cutting every single pause for breath so that it's so quick fire, it just flows nicely. I love cutting out every and R and pause and just having it smooth. I love doing the little zoomy bits as well to emphasize what I say, or to make fun of myself, because that's also quite fun. However, there's definitely more I can do editing wise that I haven't tried yet, because I don't really make videos that require different editing skills. I don't do many vlogs, so I don't need to do fancy transitions or montages or things like that. And I don't do video essays, so I don't need to do much with like text elements or for additional visual things, but that could be something fun to do in future, maybe. But I enjoy most of it. I enjoy the community aspect as well, that I can shout people out and literally ask someone a question in a video and they'll respond most of the time. So that's great, isn't it? Isn't it? Question 6. What videos on your channel are you most proud of? My Mockingjay Thoughts video I think was relatively coherent given that I didn't script any of it, so that was pretty good. I'm also quite happy about my first reading vlog from the start of this year. That I think went pretty well. As a kind of experimental thing that I was trying out, I think it went quite well. I think I learned a bit more about how to structure that kind of video and how on it you have to be to do them. You have to film so much and you cut down so much of it. You have to do the little like just random clips of things to just throw in there when you're doing transitional stuff, and it's really hard work to do all that, to the point where I've tried to make more and just forgotten that they're happening. So I'll do it like an intro, sit down thing, and then I'll maybe do the thing off camera and then come back and talk about it. But I haven't filmed it, so it doesn't work as well. And there was another one last year that I did that I was pretty happy with. Do I remember what it was? Counting the Days tag I was quite happy with as well. Although it was a bit of an editing nightmare because I was sat here facing the window, so I couldn't see anything. So I couldn't do this and give you like false camera eye contact because I couldn't see anything. I was just blinded that whole video, and there was a bag of rubbish behind me the entire time. So I was happy that I managed to salvage it enough to post it, but it's all learning. I felt like I've learned a lot over the past couple of years. Question 7. Is there anything you wish was different about Booktube? There's all sorts of opinions that people have and counter opinions and whatever. I mean, the whole consumerism aspect is not ideal, but at the same time, there's such a focus now on the importance of physical media and having physical things that you possess that is analog. I do think it's insane that people will buy hundreds of books and then get rid of hundreds of books that they've not read. I have a lot of unread books. My plan is to read them. I got them for a reason, because I want to read them, so I'm gonna read them. I don't know. This is the problem that I think exists, and it is that we are so overcome now with like trends. Someone says, this is really good, and you see it enough times that you think it's something you need. I think the conflation of wants and needs is becoming a bit more of a mainstream problem now. I think more people relate to having too much to know what to do with, and I think we could all probably benefit from slowing down a bit. Of course, that's an opinion from a certain level of privilege not everyone can relate to, and that's fine. I would love if we shared more about things we've actually read rather than things we've bought. There you go. I am guilty of that, and I'm trying not to be. It just shows how prevalent a problem it is. 2 things can be true at once. I can be guilty of my own sin. Question 8. Name 3 books that you have reviewed that represent who you are as a reader. I mean, reviews are something I want to do more of. They're not necessarily something I've done much of previously. I'm sure I've mentioned Strong Female Character by Fern Brady. I read it in 2 days. I borrowed it from the library. Great read. Possibly something I'll buy just to reread it myself in future, but I can just borrow it again. Loved that book. Absolutely stunning. It's well researched. It's well written. As far as like biographies and memoirs go, probably one of the best I've read. So that's 1. I mean, Moon of the Crusted Snow by Wabsha Grice. Not only is it a dystopia, but it's one that looks at the fall of technology and the rise of like self-reliant analog practices. It also looks at native identities, specifically Ojibwe, Native Canadians, First Nations, which is a huge interest area for me. I did like a literary conference at uni that was all about First Nations and Indigenous Canadian literature. It's a solid interest point for me now. So that book for sure, and I have recommended it before on this channel. As a reader, maybe Ghosts of the British Museum. I do like things that are historic and things that look at the effects of colonialism. Things like Institution of the British Museum, being British myself and having to reckon with the fact that that's an ancestral thing of my country's history, was that we were assholes to everyone. I mean, one I've reviewed, I don't know, Time Traveller's Wife. That was really good. It was very fun. Got the sci-fi aspect of all the time travel stuff, really in-depth, rich character stuff as well. Character's not the most important thing to me. I think the most important thing is world building and knowing all the details, because I'm a big details person. But having a character that makes sense, whose decisions make sense, is also really good. So maybe that. Perhaps. Question 9. Name 3 booktubers who inspire you. Don't be sad if I don't say your name. If you know I watch you, then you're fine. But I can only pick 3. I would list 50 because there's a lot that I watch, but I can only choose 3. So here are the 3. First off would be Ellen from Ellen May Book Club. I just love the calm of her videos. I feel like the calm of her videos are the antithesis of the chaos in mine. She has such a broad range of reading interest as well. I think I get a lot of my recommendations from her just because there's so many things. Number 2, I would probably say Ven's Book Corner, mostly because he reads a lot of indie stuff. I think it is important to look after indie authors because the monopolization of publishing is it's a huge problem and it sucks. Ven is also a big fantasy fan, sci-fi fan, occasionally a dystopia fan. The third, oh no, too many options. There's a lot of people. I'm probably going to choose the Mild Rumpus. The way Rumpus makes reading vlogs is just always so engaging and interesting, and I wish I could make vlogs as coherently as he does. He's quite big on antique books. Just the vibes of his whole channel, very, very fun. Question 10. Name 3 booktubers who you feel need more hype. Okay, let's go. Kat at the Ginger Bibliophile, who tagged me in this tag. Thank you very much. You deserve more hype. Ethan Weiland at Ethan. Immaculate Vibes. Definitely needs more hype. Dark Stars Book Cabin. Book chats with Shelley. Shelley does some really good, like, essay style book chats. It's brilliant. Like, discussion stuff. Hermie, Book Hermit, Ashlyn. So many people. And I think that is the end of this tag. Now I get to tag people. God. This is like my least favourite part of doing a tag, is having to think of people on the spot to tag, because I don't know if they've done it. I was tagging this 6 months ago. You know what I mean? I feel like every tag video I make is just like, open tag. If you want to do it. And then let me know so I can comment on your video and watch it and recommend it. That's the point. That's why we're doing this. If you want to do the tag, go ahead. Yeah. I've read like 4 books since you last saw me. The summer depression is gone. The winter depression is here. I have a lot of books that I got for free in book swaps and book exchanges, and I would show you them, but I'd rather read them first and tell you about them properly afterwards. Look forward to that. I will see you when I see ya. See ya. Don't start playing something. Go away. I have 1,000 Discord messages. Jesus fuck. Don't feel bad about it. You're in my thoughts. Don't feel bad about it.